Good morning, Sin City, and welcome to another episode of the Las Vegas Social Media Show. I'm your host, Sam Dever, alongside co-host Asia Jade.
Happy Monday, everyone.
And we have a very special segment today. We have a DJ roundtable with two of our favorite DJs in Las Vegas, DJ Ryne and DJ Tony Sinatra. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Did you guys have a gig last night? Are you a little tired?
I'm tired.
Why?
I had a gig last night at the Cosmo, and Tony was there with me.
Yeah, I played a pool earlier in the day. I played a pool, and then I didn't come home and sleep because I had to go see my best friend play, so...
Oh, I'm your best friend?
Yes, one of my best
that's
friends.
so sweet.
A.K.A. love her, too.
Oh, bromance.
That's off the record.
Oh, okay, sorry. I don't want him to get caught up cheating.
How's your summer going, guys?
I'm doing great.
Me too. I can't complain. I mean, I think 2013's been one of my best years so far.
Why is that?
Just a lot more opportunities have been arising and been playing to a lot better crowds, and just I'm starting to see a lot more people understanding different forms and different genres of music and getting into it. It's starting, I think, especially in Las Vegas, that people are starting to realize that the DJs now are the next rock stars.
Oh, yeah.
And that it's growing, and it's starting to be based upon the DJ. Like back in the day when I used to play, the DJ booth was far in the back. No one paid any attention to us. We were just the people supplying the music. They didn't understand what skill set or what you were doing. All they thought you were just playing songs.
Right.
Now you're the front runner of the show. You're in front. You're there. I mean, they're watching you. You got to perform. You just can't sit there and just nod off. I mean, they're watching you, so they have to feed off of your energy. So I think that it's finally evolving, and it's amazing right now.
Yeah, and it's funny that you bring that up, because last night, the crowd, when I started playing from 10 to 2 a.m., like, everyone was just like, when the music, like, there's music playing, but when I started playing my music, like, it just, like, attracted everybody. And they hear boom, 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 like, oh, there's a DJ playing. Play hip-hop, play this, play that. But then they just, like, they feel the music, and, yeah, you are the person that supplies the energy so that they can keep staying there, buy drinks, everyone wins.
Right.
Everyone's having a great time. And last night was an example of that. So it was a great night last night there at the Bomb Bar at Cosmopolitan. So
Absolutely, and I think Sinatra hit on something big. It's like you feel that people now understand the importance of the DJ. And you got the DJ Tony Sinatra hat. I want one.
I want one of those in green.
I'm actually happy that you guys said that.
Oh,
I don't agree.
We get presents.
you ask, you shall receive.
Oh, yes.
Yay!
I don't have women t-shirts yet, but Sam,
That's
this is a
okay.
large for you.
Oh, my God.
I'm wearing mine right now. Rhino, where's yours?
You
Come
know
on,
what?
man.
I'm not on that level yet.
This is great branding.
Oh, that is cool.
This is fantastic.
We gotta get that. That is.
Get that hat up there.
You know, Tony's a little ahead of the game. You know,
But I love it. I love it.
I love it.
This is taking your business and taking your brand and making it your own.
Of course.
Out here in Vegas.
That's why I added the teeth, because it might look weird at first, and people are going to be like, what's that on his hat? But then they're always going to remember, even if they don't, I mean, it's kind of hard to forget the name Sinatra, not to like be like egotistical, but they'll always be like, when they see it, they'll be like, oh, that's the kid we saw wherever else, because he has that teeth on his hat, because no other DJ or person really does that. You know, Deadmau5 has his head. I mean, you have Stevie Aoki, has a cake. You have
It's
Donna
show
Light.
business.
Exactly.
It's show business.
You
It's your
got to do
trademark.
something where they're going to remember something about you. Just playing music sometimes, I mean, you could be the greatest DJ in the world, and sometimes just playing amazing music ain't gonna get them to bring you. How do I say this? They're not going to remember you as well as if you don't have something visual.
They're not going to remember the song you played. They're going to remember.
More people
gonna remember
remind
this.
about visual, like, now I remember.
yeah,
Absolutely.
The guy with the teeth on his head.
Exactly.
like again, it's the niche and how you promote yourself, and you know, with other certain DJs, you know, with Deadmau5 with the mouse head, and Tony with the teeth, and
Tony with the teeth.
Hey, you know.
We'll say it here today. Tony with the teeth.
Yeah, Tony with the
I
teeth.
know, I might have to change my name.
Yeah. Oh, no.
DJ Tony Teeth?
I don't know. Tony with the teeth, maybe? That's a kind of long thing to put on a hat, though.
Yeah, I like Tony Sinatra better.
You two are definitely two of the hardest working out here in Vegas. And you guys do have a collaborative name, Flipping Italian.
You know, every time we play together, or even just like I come visit him when he's playing, or he comes visits me, and like we'll always be like, oh yeah, let me do this real quick, and, he'll jump in, and you know
it's almost like a bug, like you could have DJ'd for 23 hours straight, and then just seeing someone else play, it's like just something that just hits you, and you're like, okay, I want to do something. You get an idea in your mind.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why a lot of people are like, oh, I DJ'd, I don't want to go home, I don't want to go out. Well, that's where I get my ideas. Like, I'll go out and I'll hear another local DJ or another DJ play something, or a way he played it, and an idea will just go, wait, I'm gonna try it this way, and then I go home and I practice it, or I do it live sometimes, and it just works. And I mean, that's how you evolve as a DJ.
Yeah.
Instead of just doing the same thing over and over again, you got to bring something to the table that no one hears. I mean, that's the great thing about being a DJ. And I say the number one thing is not being predictable. Mm-hmm. I don't like the crowd knowing what's going to come next. Now, I might tease you and think you know what's going to come next, but the drop or the beat or whatever is not what you're expecting. And I think that's the key about being a great DJ, is always leaving the crowd wondering what's next.
Like what's next.
Right.
Don't let them know what's next. You want them to imagine, well, if he just did that, I can't believe what's coming up next. And that's why you want to keep the crowd there, because they're going to be like, well, if he just did that, I'm not leaving. I want to see what he's going to do with this song.
And that's the funny thing that he says that, because when he told me that, like the the first thing is song selection, and that goes with being not predictable. Because if you're predictable, like he said, they'll know what's next. But if you switch it up, they'd be like, oh, that was hot. So
I didn't expect that.
We were talking, and DJ Sinatra and I were talking at Cosmo. DJ Tony Sinatra.
Okay.
And I were talking at Cosmo.
Who?
And you were talking about
Who's that guy?
DJ AM, and like kind of when he left, kind of like that art left a little bit as well.
Exactly. When DJ AM was around, and you heard AM play, you would hear everything. You would hear rock. Mm-hmm. You would hear oldies. You'd hear Johnny Cash. You'd hear, literally everything. He was playing Rent with Seasons over Tipsy from Oasis Wonderwall. I mean,
that's so hot.
Which is called open formatting.
When AM would perform, you would hear literally open format. I mean, there wasn't a genre AM wouldn't touch, from house to hip hop to, I mean, literally all over the board. And now I understand Vegas is mainstream EDM. I'm a huge EDM fan, but you don't hear DJs really going outside of the box anymore. It's almost like they're afraid of what everyone's gonna think. But I feel like sometimes you have to. I mean, it's all about reading the crowd, but I feel that when AM passed away, a little bit of the open format and like the true craft of DJing kind of fell through. Because back in the day, it was about song selection, but it was also about your skill. Like, you had to know how to cut, you had to like beat juggle. I mean, you were literally putting on a show. And now, I mean, you have people standing up there putting their hands up in the air that have spacebar because they have Ableton playing. I mean, I'm not going to hate on them. Some of them are amazing producers. Some of them are great DJs. But at the end of the day, I kind of feel it's boring. I have ADHD, so I'm always moving. So I always think I'm on drugs, but I'm not.
You are very animated.
Yeah, you are very animated.
So I think that's a great.
I'm just boring.
No, I'm not boring.
He's just
I think
there.
the great thing about having the disease that I have is people call it a disease. I don't even know what the hell you want to call it.
I call it
Can I say
normal.
hell? Is hell a bad word?
No.
Okay.
Normalcy.
But
I call it
what I have
normalcy.
is
Everyone has ADHD in some form or one shape or another.
I don't like to get bored. Oh, I get bored easily when I'm playing. A lot of people say, "Oh, you change songs too fast," because I'll play songs for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and people aren't used to hearing the radio like 4 minutes. But I get bored. I want to keep it going. I want to keep them entertained.
So I know that things get pretty live when you guys DJ. What is the craziest thing that you guys have seen?
I try to stay away from that crazy.
No, you can't help it. But it's in front of you.
Drunk girls coming up and saying, or just drunk people in general, can you request this song? Blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, I got you. Yeah, bye. Or I always say, I played that song already. I'm sorry. But, I mean, I don't really get this. I don't really see a lot of craziness, or at least I haven't yet, but I'm sure Tony has.
I was going to say, it looks like
I don't know if I
can
go into some of the stories, but craziest thing. It would have to be not this EDC that passed, but last EDC weekend, I was playing a pool, and these 3 women were sitting on their guys' shoulders in the pool, and at one of these songs, they just all lifted up their shirt and flashed me. It was a weird thing. I didn't know because it caught me off guard. I mean, everyone's like, oh, boobs, but it was just like a weird thing because like you're in your mode, and all of a sudden you look up and you see 6 boobs. You know what I mean? I mean, they're far away. I mean, decent, probably like 50 feet away from me, but it was just a weird thing to happen.
Kind of
out of
random.
nowhere. Because I don't understand why they would do that, but I mean, it was a
It's
compliment.
Vegas.
It is.
I kind of looked at it as like girls throwing panties on stage for a rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So being a Las Vegas DJ doesn't necessarily suck. It sounds like it's a pretty cool gig.
It has its his
Ups and downs.
Yeah, it's ups and downs.
Oh my god.
But a lot of ups rather than downs. But you know, you have to take the good and the bad and balance them out. You know, to survive.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, gentlemen, we could talk here for
I know.
an hour,
yeah.
obviously.
Yes.
Before we leave, where can the people find you guys on social media?
Everything is basically at DJ Tony Sinatra. So just at, and then Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud. If you guys want to hear some of my work, SoundCloud.com, DJ Tony Sinatra. Same. The only thing that's not at well, actually, you could go DJTonySinatra.com too. I forgot I have that handle, and TonySinatra.com. So everything for me is simple, just one name, DJ Tony Sinatra.
Cool.
And I'm if you just go to my website, you can find all my social network handles on there, including music and videos and upcoming events that I'm playing at. So yeah.
And thank you for the hat. I
No problem.
appreciate
Yes,
it.
thank you very much
Thank
for
you
the
guys for
Sinatra
having me.
gig.
Rhino?
It's a blast. We got to do
Yeah.
this again.
No,
telling you.
Hey,
definitely.
I'm alumni here because I was the first person on this show.
You
So
were the
very
very
true.
first guest
I
of
come
the
by all
show.
the time. So
That's right. Well, sirs, thank you very much.
Guys, thank you.
Be in contact. Thank you, everyone. This is the Las Vegas Social Media Show.